Hello, welcome once again to Namji restaurant in the Escape building in Milton Keynes, and the genius who is Naseem.
Hello everyone. You keep on saying that. I think you're the genius as well for tolerating us. So hello everyone. I'm Naseem Khan. We've started this YouTube channel a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And we've had lots of requests about a lot of dishes, haven't we, Victoria?
Yes.
And I think this particular dish came up the highest because it's fast, it's easy, and it's vegetarian. Although some people might argue the eggs are not vegetarian. We can only substitute
vegetarian,
that.
But they're not vegan.
Yeah,
so yeah.
yeah. But we can talk about substitution for vegan if we need. It's called Aloo Bhujia.
Aloo Bhujia.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So basically, it's potatoes and eggs. It's very simple.
Yeah.
Traditionally, it's eaten at breakfast, but I've had my mum cook us at dinner time.
Yeah.
When I've been out shopping all day, we're tired.
Yeah.
And she's like, all we're going to eat is aloo bhujia, and that's
Yeah,
it.
you've got a good solid meal with not too many ingredients.
Yes.
And a bit of flavour.
And the most important thing, very fast to cook.
Yeah.
And yes, you do need the skill to cook it, but also it's very easy really. So I wouldn't worry about it too much.
You get good quality eggs as well from local farms and things.
Yeah, so obviously the eggs are from the local farm, as you know, and but everything I buy normally comes from the local market anyway.
Yeah.
So with the potatoes, I've already peeled the potatoes. I mean, if you want to know how to peel the potatoes, put it in the link, comment below, and then I'll teach you how to peel the potatoes with a knife. The trick is, a lot of people ask me this, Victoria, quite frequently, why cut the potatoes like that? I'm just used to it. I know
So you're cutting the potatoes lengthways across the body of the potatoes.
a lot of people want it to be on the chopping board, cutting the potatoes, but I'm just used to it on my hand.
And then it looks a bit like little chips, and then
Little
you're cutting
crisps.
it that way.
Yeah.
And you're making it into
Very small cubes.
Very small pieces.
I'll show you why we're making it very small cubes.
Yeah. It takes quite a lot of cooking though, doesn't it,
Yeah.
potato?
And plus the whole idea is to cook it really quickly.
Yeah.
And like you can see, I'm doing this.
Well, my father has lots of eggs and potatoes in the mornings and everything. He's 90.
Well, maybe
So
this is something you
it's good
can
for
show him.
Yeah, it's good for you.
And as you can see, the trick is to making sure the potatoes are quite small.
Yeah. It's a lot smaller than I anticipated, actually.
A lot smaller.
Yeah.
But also another thing you'll notice, Victoria, is the fact that it doesn't need a lot of prep.
Yeah.
So where, yeah, we can chop it up.
Yeah.
So where sometimes you would be like, oh, I need to spend half an hour prepping and cutting and chopping, you can actually do this as you go.
Yeah.
So that's what I really love about this recipe, where you don't need to spend half an hour making sure. So as you can see, this is what we need. This is what we're talking about.
Yeah. Got a little chip in there.
Yeah. Don't worry about
A little chips.
any chips or anything.
No.
You can always go back
Okay.
and just cut it like that. I mean, this is one of the reasons, guys, this is called live cooking, because you can see in real life, things are not, you don't have these perfect cubes and perfect stuff, because...
And I've got my beady eyes.
Exactly.
Watching for the method.
For the method, exactly. And the eggs, the key is the egg. So I will show you how you can do this without spending too much time prepping. So you can cook this as you cut.
Yeah.
So obviously I've got my nice campfire here. I'm going to be using 2 tablespoons of oil. Again, this is a personal preference.
Okay.
I use olive oil. Some people can use ghee. It tastes so much better with butter.
Yeah.
But again, if people are diet conscious because of illnesses or stuff, you can go for olive oil.
But if you use butter and it's not ghee, you can burn it, can't you?
You can, but if you mix butter with oil, you don't burn it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the trick.
Yeah.
When I make it for my son, I use ghee because I want him to get a lot of the nutritional value. I know people will have a good argument
But
about
ghee doesn't burn.
it. Doesn't.
No.
And the taste is just amazing.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm hoping Mali can put the fan on, So we're just going to wait for the oil to heat up. So while that's heating up, we can crack a couple of eggs in the bowl. A lot of people make this differently. Some people crack the eggs in the pan. I don't like doing that because I am very conscious of the
Shell and things.
shell going inside. And also, obviously wash your hands very regularly, especially when you're touching the eggs. I like to put my spices in the egg and mixing it.
Yeah.
So on this occasion, I'm going to put Again, measurement wise depends. So for the 2 eggs and 1 potato I'm making, I'm putting a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. It's all up to you how much salt you want. I'm going to put a bit of turmeric for the color.
And it's good for you, anti-inflammatory.
Very good for you. Garam masala. We'll talk about the garam masala as we talk. And you can do that for me, Victoria.
Okay.
You can
How
mix
do you
that
want
for
it?
me.
How whippy do you want it?
Whatever you want to do, whatever you like.
Okay. To get rid of all the yolky bits,
Yes.
so it's kind of smooth. Okay.
We are going to be adding lots of spices in the pan, but it's good to add
I
some
can
in
smell
the.
the garam masala.
Yeah, yeah.
How's that?
Perfect.
Good.
What we're going to do now, we're going to put 1 teaspoon of the jeera or cumin.
Cumin, okay.
Yeah?
And that's all bubbling up.
It's all bubbling up really
Jumping
quickly,
around.
and you can quickly put the potato in there. Stir it a little bit. Yeah. Now I would,
Smelling vision, you could really smell that now.
you could, yeah.
Yeah.
I would always go on a medium flame for this, so it doesn't burn the potato but cook it. So Victoria, this is what I mean about you prepping at the same time. You're not wasting time now. So you're not
No.
standing here waiting for the potatoes to cook, which are cooking really well. You're actually going to peel the onion.
Yeah. Have you got any tricks for peeling onions?
I don't, I just
Chop them in half.
chop them in half,
Yeah.
peel the top,
Yeah.
so there's minimum wastage.
Yeah.
My mom used to do it with the hand like that,
Yeah.
so it minimizes the waste. And then again, we're going to use the same technique we used with the potatoes,
So lots of little slices,
lots of little slices,
and then you're going to cut it the other way, so it's like little tiny,
nice and small and
little
tiny.
tiny dice.
Absolutely. So while you're doing that, look, it's taken less than a minute to do that. You're going to quickly stir the potatoes, and you can already see the potatoes are,
Bits in there already.
yeah, and you can see the potatoes are already done.
Yeah.
Couple more minutes. So I would ask you to do the coriander for me.
Okay.
So you're just going to hold the bunch
Yeah.
and slice it thinly
Screw it
chopped
up and
as
hold it
cube.
firmly.
Yeah, and
Okay.
slice
Do
it
you want it
thinly.
really small?
Whatever you like,
Okay.
Victoria.
Okay.
Because don't forget, this is for a bit of the flavor and a bit of the
Yeah.
garnishing. That's perfect, Victoria. You said you've never done this before.
No. I do like mint though. I'm a bit of a mint lover. Mint sauce and things like that.
So as you can see, the potatoes are almost done, and if you time this has been less than 3 minutes.
And they're so small. They're like already
Yeah,
brown, aren't they?
yeah, they're already brown, and because it's medium as well.
Yeah.
And then the question is going to be, how do you know if it's done? I would just pick it up and check,
Yeah.
and as you can see, it's done.
Yeah, soft. It's done.
It's nicely soft, but
Yeah.
if you're cooking for the first time, you're scared, you can get a spoon, remove it, put it on the board, check it, yeah? At this point, I will add the eggs,
Okay.
okay? And when I've added the eggs now,
Uh-huh.
you want to stir it, Victoria? So
How do you want it stirring?
feel you're doing scrambled eggs,
Scrambled eggs.
yeah.
We're turning it over.
Yeah.
Or we're not worrying too much.
You're not worrying too much about what you're doing, as long as all the eggs are being cooked.
Looks good. Looks nice and golden.
And can you see how even the eggs, while the eggs are cooking, the
Yeah.
potatoes are going to be cooking as well?
Yes. Lovely.
Yeah.
That's kind of a scrambled egg consistency for my money.
Yeah. And some people like it extra well done. I will just leave it for a couple more minutes. And at this point, I will put dry fenugreek leaves. It's not a must. Fenugreek.
Okay.
You don't have to do this. I just do it for extra flavor.
Yeah.
And I would always add fresh chili.
Oh gosh.
Now this is not a very spicy chili.
No.
Because
Especially
of,
if you're having it for breakfast. Don't want it.
and especially because of you. I would actually, yeah, I would actually put fresh, proper,
Yeah.
spicy chili.
If it's in the evening, I'll have a bit of chili.
So I'm going to just put a bit of it for the flavor. Again, guys, when you're doing this, please use the chopping board. I'm just used to this, so
Yeah, don't go cutting your fingers off.
yes, please
Yeah,
don't.
okay.
Yeah,
Little tip there.
please, please. Use the chopping board for chopping. That's what it's for. And as you can see, Victoria,
Yeah.
the oil, it's not there. It's very little oil. So this is very healthy, very quick. And believe it or not, at this point, this is done. So I'm going to leave this for just a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
We're going to use the lovely coriander you've cut to garnish it a little bit and switch it off. So we've made this in less than 6 minutes.
And it's a hearty meal, it's got nutrients, protein, everything is in there, isn't it really?
And what are we going to have this with? We're going to have it with chapati. If you don't have chapati, which I showed you guys to make last time, if you don't have the
I ate
chapati,
mine. I don't have them anymore.
well, you can have bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, toasted bread, whichever bread you like, up to you.
Bitter breads or something maybe.
So what do you think?
Great.
Yeah?
Simple, great.
And then we're going to plate it up
Tasty.
and eat.